Most people go through life without ever understanding the mind that drives them. They think they are in control. They think their decisions are logical. They assume their behavior is based on conscious choice. But the truth is simple and shocking. Your life is shaped more by unconscious patterns than conscious decisions. Your habits, reactions, fears, desires, relationships, success, failures, almost all of it is controlled by hidden rules of the mind that nobody teaches you. Few people ever learn these rules. The people who do become unstoppable. Today, in this audiobook, you will understand these hidden rules, and once you understand them, you will never see yourself or anyone else the same way again. This is the psychology of human behavior. This is how the mind truly works. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's begin. Every human being has two minds, not one. One, the conscious mind. This is the part of you that thinks, analyzes, decides. It is slow, logical, deliberate. It speaks in words and sentences. It asks questions like, should I do this? Is this right or wrong? 2. The subconscious mind. This is the part of you that actually runs your life. Fast, automatic, emotional. It speaks in impulses, feelings, instincts. The conscious mind is the captain of the ship, but the subconscious mind is the ocean. It decides how your life truly moves. Hidden rule number 1. Your subconscious mind makes decisions first. Your conscious mind explains them later. You think you chose a partner logically. You didn't. Your subconscious chose, based on patterns from childhood. You think you avoid risks because you're careful. You're not. Your subconscious is protecting you from past pain. Every behavior you have, from how you talk to how you eat to how you love, comes from invisible programming that began long before adulthood. To master your life, you must master your subconscious. And to master your subconscious, you must know how it thinks. The mind loves comfort more than success. People think they fail because they are lazy, or unmotivated, or undisciplined. But behavioral psychology says something different. Hidden rule number 2. Your mind is designed to keep you safe, not successful. The mind prefers familiarity over progress, routine over growth, comfort over improvement. This is why change feels hard, not because it is difficult, but because your mind interprets change as danger. Success requires discomfort, but the mind avoids discomfort. This is why most people stay the same for years. If you want to break this cycle, you need one skill: the ability to do what is uncomfortable on purpose. Every time you push through discomfort, you send a signal to your subconscious. I am safe. I can handle more. Slowly, your mind stops resisting growth, and then everything becomes easier. Emotions control behavior, not logic. Humans are emotional creatures first, logical creatures second. You buy emotionally, then justify logically. You love emotionally, then explain logically. You fear emotionally, then avoid logically. Hidden rule number 3. Emotion is the driver. Logic is the passenger. Think about it. You never procrastinate because the task is hard. You procrastinate because the task feels a certain type of feeling: boredom, anxiety, discomfort. You don't overthink because you lack information. You overthink because you feel fear. You don't chase goals because they are important. You chase goals because they feel meaningful. Master your emotions, and you automatically master your behavior. The mind needs meaning more than information. Humans do not act based on facts. They act based on meaning. Two people can experience the same event, but interpret it differently. One feels hurt, one feels motivated. One gives up, one grows stronger. Why? Hidden rule number 4. Your interpretation creates your reality. You are not controlled by events. You are controlled by the meaning you attach to events. Example: a breakup can mean, "I'm not enough," or it can mean, "I just got redirected to something better." A failure can mean, "I'm a failure," or it can mean, "I learned what doesn't work." A difficult day can mean, "My life is hard," or it can mean, "I'm building resilience." Change the meaning, and you change your entire life. Human behavior is shaped by reward and pain. Every action you take is driven by one of two forces: either the desire for reward, pleasure, recognition, success, comfort, or the fear of pain, rejection, failure, shame, discomfort. People avoid public speaking not because it's hard, but because the pain of embarrassment feels bigger than the reward of confidence. People stay in bad habits not because they like them, but because the immediate reward is stronger than the long-term pain. Hidden rule number 5. Your behavior follows the strongest emotional force in the moment. If you want to change your behavior, you must change what your mind associates with pain and reward. Example: if going to the gym feels painful, you won't go. If staying weak feels painful, you will go consistently. Pain and reward shape everything. Your identity controls your destiny. The most powerful psychological truth is this. Hidden rule number 6. You behave according to who you believe you are. If you believe you're lazy, you will act lazy, even when you try not to. If you believe you're unlucky, you will sabotage opportunities. If you believe you're strong, you will handle challenges better than others. Identity is the strongest force in human behavior. To change your life, don't change your goals. Change your identity. Shift from "I want to be disciplined" to "I am a disciplined person." I want to be confident to "I am becoming confident." I want to succeed to "I am someone who succeeds." Your mind follows whatever identity you repeat. People mirror the energy around them. Humans are social creatures. We absorb emotions, attitudes, and behaviors from people around us, even without noticing. Psychologists call this emotional contagion. Hidden rule number 7. Your environment shapes you more than your intentions. If you spend time around negative people, you become negative. Undisciplined people, you lose discipline. Ambitious people, you grow. Confident people, you rise. Complainers, you complain. Winners, you start winning. Your mind adapts to the emotional climate around you. If you want to change yourself, change your environment first. Rule 3. The mind seeks patterns even where none exist. Humans are natural pattern seekers. Your mind tries to connect dots, fill gaps, and build meaning instantly, even when the meaning is false. This is why you see shapes in clouds. You assume someone's tone means something. You jump to conclusions with very little information. You think someone is angry just because they replied slowly. You remember events differently than reality. Your brain hates randomness, so it creates explanations, stories, just to feel safe. But the danger is this. You start believing the stories you invented. You think, "They must be avoiding me. I'm definitely going to fail. That person is better than me." But all of these are guesses, not truths. Remember this rule. Your brain creates stories, Your job is to fact-check them. When you slow down, observe the facts, and remove assumptions, your decisions become powerful, and your mind becomes calmer. Square point right there. The mind is addicted to the familiar. People think they're afraid of failure, but in reality, you're afraid of leaving your comfort zone. Your mind loves familiar routines, familiar people, familiar habits, familiar environments, even negative ones. That's why some people stay in toxic relationships, why some stay in jobs they hate, why people repeat the same mistakes for years. Your mind quietly whispers, "This is familiar, so this feels safe." But familiarity does not mean growth. It only means comfort. And comfort is the silent killer of potential. If you want real change, you must expect resistance from your mind, not because the new path is dangerous, but because the old path is comfortable. Tell your mind, we are not chasing comfort anymore. We are chasing growth. This is when life begins to expand. Rule number 5. Emotions control decisions. Logic just justifies them later. People think they make decisions rationally, but psychology shows around 95% of your decisions are emotional first. You buy emotionally, you react emotionally, you trust emotionally, you avoid emotionally. Then your mind creates logical reasons afterward to justify it. You didn't skip the gym because you were tired. You skipped it because you didn't feel motivated. You didn't procrastinate because the task was hard. You procrastinated because the task felt uncomfortable. You didn't fight with someone because of the situation. You reacted because the emotion inside you was already building up. If you want to master your life, you must master your emotional triggers. Ask yourself, why does this make me angry? Why am I avoiding this? Why am I jealous here? Why do I feel insecure here? Behind every strong emotion is a hidden belief controlling you. Find the belief, you break the emotional pattern. Rule number 6. Immediate rewards beat long-term rewards. The mind is wired for instant gratification. It wants quick pleasure, quick comfort, quick distraction, quick escape. This is why social media is addictive. Junk food is addictive. Netflix is addictive. Procrastination feels good in the moment. Your ancient brain was built for survival, not success. Back then, eating now kept you alive. Resting now saved energy. Pleasure now was safety. But today, this wiring holds people back. The successful people in this world aren't more talented. They simply mastered one thing: choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. When you pick studying instead of scrolling, working instead of resting, reading instead of gossip, health instead of convenience, you are rewiring your brain for greatness. Discipline is not a talent. Discipline is training your mind to stop chasing quick pleasure. Rule number 7. Your identity shapes your behavior. This is one of the most powerful psychological truths. You behave according to who you believe you are. If you think, "I'm lazy," you act lazy. If you think, "I'm unlucky," you sabotage yourself. If you think, "I'm not good enough," you don't try. If you think, "I'm shy," you avoid conversations. If you think, "I always fail," you give up easily. You are not controlled by your abilities. You are controlled by your identity. To change your life, you don't start with habits. You start with identity. Tell yourself,
I am a disciplined person. I am a confident person. I am a focused person. I am a healthy person. When identity upgrades, habits follow automatically. This is how permanent change happens. Rule number 8. The mind mirrors its environment. Humans are incredibly sensitive to surroundings. Your environment silently programs your mind every second. Your room, your phone content, the people you speak to, the energy around you, the noise, the colors, the level of order or chaos. If your environment is messy, your mind becomes scattered. If your environment is loud, your mind becomes stressed. If your environment is negative, your mindset becomes negative. This is why environment is more powerful than motivation. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your environment. Fix your environment, your life elevates instantly. Rule number 9. The mind needs purpose to feel alive. When you don't have direction, your mind collapses inward. You overthink. You create imaginary problems. You feel anxious without reason. You lose motivation. You feel empty and lost. Humans need purpose, even a small one. Purpose gives your mind energy, clarity, direction, motivation, meaning. You don't need a big dream. You just need something to move toward. Ask yourself, what is one thing I can build in my life? What value do I want to create? What kind of person do I want to become? Purpose turns chaos into clarity. Purpose turns weakness into power. Purpose turns days into momentum. A mind with purpose becomes unstoppable. At the end of the day, human behavior is not a mystery. It is a system, a structure, a set of hidden rules that guide every thought, every emotion, every action. But here is the truth most people never realize. Your mind is not your enemy. Your mind is a tool, a powerful one, waiting for you to take control. The moment you understand how your brain seeks comfort, how emotions shape your decisions, how your identity directs your habits, how your environment shapes your thoughts, and how purpose energizes your life, you stop living on autopilot. You stop being dragged by impulses, fears, and patterns you inherited without consent. You begin to live with intention. Because mastering human behavior is not about controlling others. It's about understanding yourself so deeply that life becomes clearer, calmer, and more powerful. Remember this: you are not trapped by your past patterns. You are not defined by your old identity, and you are never too late to rewrite your mind. Every small action you take from today, every choice that favors growth over comfort, every moment you rise above your excuses, rewires your mind into the strongest version of you. So as you move forward, remind yourself, I'm not reacting anymore. I'm choosing. I'm not controlled by emotion. I'm aware of it. I'm not stuck. I'm evolving. Master your mind, and everything else in life follows. Because the greatest power in the world is not outside you. It's inside you, quietly waiting to be awakened. This is the psychology of human behavior. These are the hidden rules of the mind. And now that you know them, your life will never be the same.